Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm excited to share today's video with you. So guys, in today's video I will be sharing with you what I am doing for my summer garden. So I'm transitioning my garden here into a summer garden, and there are some things that I'm going to be focusing on for the summer garden. So I wanted to share with you what those things are and then why I am doing those things. So guys, we start our gardening season here in Houston very early in the year, around March. We plant out things in the garden in March, but we actually start like seed starting indoors back in January. So it's July right now. We've been gardening for about 5 to 6 months already, and that's a lot of work. So in the summer, personally, I like to take a little break from gardening because if I don't, then I experience like overwhelm, I experience like loss of motivation, and I don't want that. So in the summer, I like to kick back a little and just, let the garden rest, let myself rest, and then I'll pick up gardening again in the fall. So that is like my overall approach to summer gardening. It doesn't mean that I will not be growing anything. It just means that I will not be as intense. So I have been transitioning this garden into a summer garden by getting rid of things that are no longer producing as much. For example, pruning some of the some of the garden eggs, harvesting the peppers and then getting rid of it. As soon as I'm done harvesting the peppers, I'm gonna just get rid of it because in my experience, the peppers don't do well over the summer. It's just a lot of work. It's very prone to disease because of the heat. Pests want to attack your crops, disease, all kinds of things. So I'm not going to bother myself with peppers and some of the garden eggs in the summer. So what am I going to focus my energy on? Three plants, three things that do very well in this impossible heat that we have in Houston, Texas. The first one is water leaves. Water leaves thrives in the heat. So I did not bother myself with water leaves early on in the season because I don't even have to do much now and it will just grow. So I am focusing my energy on water leaves, and I will transplant some in the spaces that I am creating from getting rid of, some of the other things that I had here, like the njama. So water leaves is one of the things that will do well in this heat. The second thing is okra. Okra loves heat as well. So I'm going to be focusing my energy on, cultivating okra, making sure that I harvest as much as possible and save them for use later on. And then guys, the third thing that I'm going to be focusing my energy on is bitter leaves. Bitter leaf propagation from stems. So the way that I harvested my bitter leaves early on was I just cut the leaves. I did not cut the stems. So I let the stems grow and mature. So I've been cutting the stems and then trying to propagate them from stems. And my goal is to get about 100 stems. So I'm going to be working on that during the summer, and then the bitter leaves will grow from like September, October, November. I can harvest and then I will overwinter so that next year I have a lot of bitter leaves. So yeah, guys, those are the things I'm going to be focusing my energy on. Some of you wanted to know about the njama. Njama does not do well in the Houston heat, except you have your njama growing where you have like partial shade where it's not very hot, then yes, it will grow. But I am not going to focus a lot of energy on the njama. If if it's no longer producing, I will just get rid of it because at some point the work you put in is really not worth what you get out of it. So at that point, you need to know to just cut your losses and let the soil rest, and then you can pick up gardening again in the fall. In Houston, you can actually garden throughout the year from like March until the end of November. But again, I like to take a break July and August and then I will be back again gardening fully in September with my fall crops. So I hope this was useful. Thank you for watching, and as always, grow something, because when you grow a garden, you grow health, guys. Look at all the peppers that I have.